Hi guys, today I'm going to be doing the last of the conditional sentences. This time we are going to be covering the third conditional. So if you haven't followed my other videos, I suggest you go back and look at the zero, the first and the second conditional, because they will help you understand what we're talking about. Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Teacher Mark. Today I'm going to talk to you about the third conditional sentence. How do we construct it and how do we use it? Okay, how do we use it? What is it used for? Well, if you remember, when we did the first conditional and the second conditional, we were talking about the future. Well, in the third conditional, we talk about the past. And to be more specific, we talk about regrets. Now, what are regrets? Regrets are situations in the past we wish we had done differently. So they're impossible. We can't change the past, it's already happened. So what we're doing, we're thinking of a condition and then we're thinking of an imaginary result. What could have happened? Let's show you some examples. It'll become more clearer. Right. So how do we construct a third conditional sentence? Well, first of all, it consists of two clauses, just like all the other conditionals. We have an if clause and we have a main clause. So let's break this down for you. So the if clause consists of if plus a subject plus had plus the past participle of a verb. We have a comma to separate the two sentences, and then we're on the main clause, which is subject plus might, would or could plus have plus a past participle of the verb. So now let's construct some sentences. That way you can see how they appear when they're written. Okay guys, let's have a look at some sentences to help you to understand this structure better. So I have 3 sentences for you. Let's have a look at them. So, if I had studied harder, I would have passed the maths test. The problem was I did not study hard and I did not pass the maths test. So, it's something that happened in the past. I can't change that. It's impossible. So, we can also switch the two clauses. We could say, I would have passed the maths test if I had studied harder. Let's look at the second sentence. Mary would have married John if he had been honest with her. Now let's try switching these clauses. If he had been honest with her, Mary would have married John. Doesn't sound right, does it, guys? It's because we don't know who he is and who her or she is in the first clause. So we need to modify it slightly. We need to say, if John had been honest with Mary, she would have married him. Now it makes sense. So be careful. Sometimes when we switch the clauses, we have to slightly modify the sentence in order for it to make sense. Okay, let's look at the last one here. If we had left home earlier, we wouldn't have missed our flight. You can see our friend T-Chair here, he's not happy, he's missed his flight, the plane is gone, and he's there really upset. I warned you, you should have been there on time. That was not very British of you. He's British, and he was not punctual. That is very bad. You're letting the side down, man. You're letting the British people down. I'm very disappointed in him. I'm disappointed, man. You upset me. Anyhow, we can also change this clause. We wouldn't have missed our flight if we had left home earlier. So there are a few sentences there to help you to understand the conditional. I've got one more situation for you. Keep watching. Right, one last thing I have to talk to you about, guys. Let me show you 2 sentences. It's 2 guys having a conversation. In this case, it's T-Chair talking to a friend. And this is the conversation. The party was great. You would have had fun. And his friend is saying, I wouldn't have had fun. I hate parties. What sort of crazy person hates parties? Well, obviously him. Anyhow, so these two sentences are third conditional, but there's something strange about them. If you look at them, there's no if clause. Where's the if clause? It's implied. In other words, it's there in the back of our minds. So we don't have to say it and we don't have to write it. If it's implied, then it's fine. What do I mean by this? Let's have a look at this. The party was great. You would have had fun if you had been there. So it's there. It's just in the background. If I had gone to the party, I wouldn't have had fun. I hate parties. So the if clause it's still there in our minds. We know what we mean. We know what the if is. So if it's implied, it's acceptable. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you understand the third conditional now. And I hope you will subscribe if you haven't already done so. Anyhow, take care guys. I'll see you in a future video.